We continue following a major developing story. CBS News has confirmed that Miami is one of at least 10 cities that will be targeted by immigration and customs agents this weekend.
Joining us now, Melissa Taveras from the Florida Immigrant Coalition. Melissa, thank you so much for being here this evening. Now, your organization helps a lot of people. You know a lot of people and have connections within the immigrant community here in South Florida. What are you hearing as far as how this might impact that community that you guys aim to serve?
Well, yeah, we are hearing from our communities. We're hearing that they're feeling afraid. They're calling the organization, asking how they should respond, asking what they can expect within the next few days, which is what this is creating. It's creating fear among our communities. And what we're doing at the coalition is informing, educating our communities as to what their rights are. Regardless of immigration status, they have constitutional rights. So even if an immigration enforcement officer engages them in the street, asks for their status, they have a right to remain silent. They have a right to ask to speak to a lawyer. So these are things that our undocumented communities normally aren't aware of. They aren't aware of these constitutional rights that they have regardless of status.
And what are you hearing from people? Are they expecting raids? Are they expecting to stop people in the street? I mean, we live in a community of immigrants. This could affect so many people. How much fear are you sensing out there?
So what's interesting is that normally ICE doesn't anticipate operations. This is the first time we hear of this sort of announcement that these threats are coming. So we don't have specifics, and we don't know necessarily what to expect. But we are preparing our people. We are letting them know that they aren't alone. They don't need to be in the shadows. They have literally a legion of organizations that are standing firmly with them, firmly in support of their rights. We're fighting to educate them and make them aware of these rights. And we're also calling on our local elected officials to publicly stand against these detention and immigration raids and to stand with our communities, especially in this critical time of need.
And speaking of local, local elected officials, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez just released a statement a short time ago. I want to read that for you here on air. It says, quote, "As a city, Miami thrives on the diversity of its people. It's who we are. We are a city of immigrants. We agree that criminals like dangerous gang members who came here illegally should be deported immediately. As mayor, I trust that only those individuals who represent a clear and present danger to our communities will be affected by this DHS policy." Now, CBS News has been able to confirm that it doesn't seem like that would be the only group of people being targeted. We're hearing even people who were brought to the United States as minor children by their parents, but now have turned 18 could potentially be targeted for this as well. Right. What are you hearing?
Yeah, this isn't the first time we're dealing with a set of immigration raids. Not too long ago, for example, there was a raid where a young man named Juan Gaspar, who had mental disabilities, was picked up, and he was held in detention for nearly 21 days until we got heat of what was happening, and through a newspaper we were able to effectively help him getting released. There are numerous stories of people who are being picked up for driving without a license, for having a busted tailgate on their car, and they're literally being picked up, they're being put inside of jail, and they're being held for 48 hours under this collaboration that Mayor Carlos Jimenez decided to voluntarily capitulate to in 2017, and keeping them housed for about 48 hours in the minimum to make sure that ICE has enough time to run their record. So really this isn't the first time that we're dealing with these sorts of issues, and so we know what it creates. What it creates is family separation. What it creates is what the New York Times reported on a couple of weeks ago in finding that the youngest child separated from his parent was actually a 4-month-old baby who crossed the border seeking asylum with his father. This is what these policies are doing effectively, is creating public havoc. It's creating mistrust. It's eroding confidence in law enforcement on behalf of our communities, and it's doing absolutely nothing for the greater good of the state. There are so many issues affecting us, so many things that we should be focusing on, that this is really, really sad.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't understand is that immigration is such a complicated topic. You could have one family where you have 3 people who have are legal citizens, and then you have some that are not, and they're all living under one roof. Yeah. It's very, very complex. How can your organization help? We're going to put that phone number on the screen, so if people have questions, and I'm sure you have people who speak all languages there.
Right.
What help can you give them?
So at the Florida Immigrant Coalition, we offer numerous resources. We offer citizenship clinics. We offer these Protect the People clinics where we inform people of their rights. It's incredibly important that people understand their rights, and so we offer these services. And please feel free to reach out to us. It's important that our communities understand, again, that they are not alone. We are going to stand fiercely with them. Please join us. You can reach us at 1-888-600-5762. Engage with us. Come and advocate with us. We do work educating.
Do you have attorneys working with you then?
We don't have attorneys working with us per se, but we do have organizations who are members who do have attorneys on staff that will be providing those resources to our community.
Melissa Taveras from the Florida Immigrant Coalition, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Again, we want to mention that number that you can call if you have any concerns is 888-600-5762.